Well done. Okay, so now, you're going to have an interlude into a familiar song from last night at the proms, and I want you all to join in when I start singing. Elgar, well done, from Pomp and Circumstance. When you always do that one in last night at the prom. So, okay, right. Oh, no. I'm going to finish off with a sketch, and yes, some of you have probably heard of Adrian Plass. So this is one of his best sketches. It's called Church Notices, but there are things added to it from friends of mine that do comedy, so I warn you, some of you actually feature in this, so yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so before our service commences, Tuesday is the 4th Tuesday in a month of 5 Tuesdays, and is normal with Parish Council. We shall be bringing the Wednesday meeting back to Monday and holding the Tuesday meeting on Friday. Please study the details carefully, because last time when Tuesday was the 4th Tuesday in a month of 5 Tuesdays, folks turned up at all 4 Tuesdays hoping to hit upon the right one. I've been asked to remind everyone that the key to the side chapel, that's the side chapel, is on the hook in the junction box just outside the vestry door. The key to the junction box is kept in the church biscuit tin, and now there's a reason why it's in the church biscuit tin, because if any biscuits disappear, they know somebody's got the key. And I should say there's a particular type of biscuits that is the favourite of one of our members of this church, and the biscuits are called Tunnocks. They're very fabulous biscuits, and I can only say the biscuits have been counted and verified. So any people with a penchant for eating chocolate, or any children that happen to try and go into the biscuit tin to steal a Tunnock, well, let's just say Margaret and Norman very kindly donate selection boxes to the children, and anyone that there's a security camera, and that child or that person will not get a selection box this year. So be warned. Right. The key to the church biscuit tin is kept in the roving chest, which is held by Ken and Joan Curfey, and they have agreed to make the key available for collection on the 1st and the 3rd Mondays and the 2nd and 4th Tuesdays. Those that commence on Monday, the key will be available the 1st Wednesday, the 2nd Friday, the 3rd Thursday, and the 4th Wednesday of every month. It's rather a shame because we've not really had anybody use the side chapel of late, but one hopes that people might change their mind and take advantage of this wondrous facility. I've been asked to remind everyone that those of you that have required the Relos lot of pews in church for communion are to make your way up the north aisle through the door in the side passage, just past the vestry door, turn right, just past the detailed toilet, and approach the communion rail through the north door of the Lady Chapel. And I can honestly express, folks, the need for that right turn. Last week, one of our unfortunately slightly older parish ministers, who unfortunately gets slightly confused, went straight out through the east door along the high street and eventually lined up for communion in Sainsbury's. And the staff were very vexed as to having to get her back to church. Right, I've lost my place now. Right, yes, I found it. Okay. Right, and on to other news. Reverend Chris has been sent a petition via His Holy Eminence the Pope to urge all males in all churches to sign the petition for male-only checkouts in all supermarkets. The reason for this petition is due to the fact that, and I'm making reference to people here, that a women's penchant for retail therapy has been a problem because it means that women take too long at the checkouts. Last week, one of the unhappy husbands of Sheila and one Karen Coley complained they were half an hour at the checkout because she bought 2 new dresses, 5 pairs of shoes, a big box of makeup, and 7 handbags. And the other reason they went on to further complain was because their favourite football team was playing on the Saturday, and they wanted to write a letter to the football club to say, would you mind very much if you could score goals in the second half, so then I can go shopping for my wife and she's not going to take too long. I'm nearly Jill and Chris have requested that cows and horses and anything on the farms can be kept under control ahead of this year's Nativity Festival. I'm very sorry to report that last year's Nativity Festival, it was outside and it was absolutely beautiful, but some horses managed to get free, and unfortunately they ended up ruining one of the displays. But Bob and Vicky Cuthbertson were so pleased because the horses left a horrible nasty surprise of some manure, and they were very pleased to take it home because they could add it to their soil, because they're part of the Christchurch let's have the biggest vegetable competition. And I'm pleased to say, because of the manure added to the soil, they won first prize. And Bob Cuthbertson won first prize for his marrow, his man's big marrow. So he won first prize. And Vicky won first prize for her beautiful honey. And the prize was a Waitrose hamper. To finish off, I've very noticed that some of us have expressed concern. And the thing is, if you don't come and tell Reverend Chris about whatever problems, how is he possibly going to know? He has asked that in the event that you do have a serious problem and you need any spiritual guidance, please feel free to get in the car or get on the train and come and volunteer at Beach Mission. And Reverend Chris will be very, very happy that you've disturbed him on his holiday to give whatever help and support he needs. Beyond that, he has said that he is available on the 1st, 3rd, 5th and 10th days of every month. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abby. I believe Nikki's going to come and give us a poem. I'm not quite sure where she's
Big
got to.
Barrow! The Big Barrow's coming!
Oh, Bob's on his way. You make, yeah. Do you want?
Well done.
I miss my lovely wife. She's gone. I've lost her, that's for sure. Bees have tampered with her brain. She's besotted. She's a bore. She talks a different language. It's all gibberish to me. With her modified commercial and her WBC. She's working in the shed. I'm a very lonely chap. She's making up the frames, going tappity, tappity, tap. I get no smile of greeting as she nails another batch. Her mouth is full of gimpy pins. They might go down the hatch. Every time I see my wife, I think I'm going to choke. She's permanently trapped in an engulfing cloud of smoke. We'd only apples on the branches, that's how it used to be. Now great swarms of honeybees also hang from the tree. I see a stealthy figure in the dingy undergrowth. I catch a flash of metal and I swear a mighty oath. A terrorist, I cry, and leap up brandishing a poker to see my wife emerging with a hive tool and a smoker. My spouse was cool and fragrant once we cuddled and we kissed. Before she took the veil and called herself an apiarist. She drops her suit and doesn't care what anybody thinks. It may be smoke or sweatiness. Either way, she stinks. I miss her company. We don't do anything together. She takes her bees to Garstang. They go camping in the heather. Then, when they come back again, her one and only topic is honey from the heather and glory's thixotropic. When buying birthday presents, I'm overwhelmed with gloom. She's not a girl contented with a bottle of perfume. Her needs are very complex. Can I find? Can I afford? A solar wax extractor, straining tank and Snellgrove board. Autumn is now upon us. Bleakly now the leaves are lost. The hives are cosy in the cold, no matter what the cost. Barrow has been taken on with remedies assorted. Mice are disappointed. Woody Woodpecker has been thwarted. My wife's on the extractor and the house looks like a slum. She makes me wind the handle, which in turn rotates the drum. Thickly in the warming tank, we watch the honey pour, with hands stuck on the table and feet stuck on the floor. But now, from our endeavour, see the product, see the fruits of summer days spent sweltering in reeking gloves and boots. By tanks of golden honey, we are richly reimbursed. I'd give my wife a cuddle if she had a shower first.
Next up we've got Karen and Dawn. I believe we're going to do
Just one.
We'll grab Dawn in a minute.
We better just give a credit to Pam Ayres for that.
Oh right, yes. Credit to Pam Ayres for the poem from Ricky and Bob.
Okay, jokes. Why did the Scarecrow become a priest? Because he was outstanding in his field. What kind of lights did Noah use on the ark? Floodlights. Why did the choir director lock his keys inside the church? Because he was an organizer. Why don't churches ever run out of glue? Because they always stick together. How does Jesus make tea? He brews it. Why did the fish volunteer at church? Because it wanted to be a holy mackerel. Why did the pastor bring a ladder to church? To reach new heights in his sermons. Why did the preacher always carry a pencil to church? Because he wanted to draw closer to God. Why did Jonah never trust the ocean? Because he knew there was something fishy about it. How do you make holy water? You boil the H-E-double-L out of it.
Don't say that word.
What's the church's favourite type of music? Him and hers. How do angels greet each other? Hello there. Why did the church baker need a blessing? Because they were on a roll. Why do bees get married in church? Because they found their honey. So now I'm going to hand over to Dawn, because Dawn's going to give her job. Come on, Dawn. I'll hold it for you if you want.
Why did the what? Cross the road
Why did the chicken cross the road?
to get to the other side? Doctor, I feel like a pair of curtains. Oh, he said, pull yourself together.
Thank you very much. I think it'd be great to have a bit of music now. Wellington, did your family want to come and do their song that you said you'd do? Yeah?
Well done, Dawn.
You can stand on the stage or at the front, whichever you're more comfortable doing.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, everybody. We're going to sing our songs, mixing them in our language and English. Feel free to join us. We'll start. What makes us comfortable here is the love that we've received. Therefore, we shall start with the love song. Love is not love. Love is not love until you give it away. Until you give it away, then you know that. Never, 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 never say you love.
Never, never,
Never, never say you love until you give it away. Until you give it away, then you know that's love. For God so loved the world, the Bible says He gave His Son. For God so loved the world, the Bible says He gave His Son. Never, 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 never say you love until you give it away. Until you give it away, then you know that's love. For God so loved the world, the Bible says He gave His Son. For God so loved the world, the Bible says He gave His Son. Never, 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 never,
never, never say
you love until you give it away. Until you give it away, then you know that's love. The one we are singing now is the one we're going to mix English and Shona. We are from Zimbabwe. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. Mune Simba, Simba, inoshamisa, muropa, muropa, rebayana. Mune Simba, Simba, inoshamisa, muropa, rebayana. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood, in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the This is the last one. Love. Sorry. Love is ringing the bell in my mind. Jesus came down and He lifted me up. Jesus came down and He lifted me once again.
I need your
Once again.
Once
again, I need your touch, oh Lord. Once again, dibate, shekare, dibate, shewango, shekare,
want to read to you another poem. This is from a poet from Gloucestershire, where I grew up, F.W. Harvey, who was a poet during the First World War in the trenches. And some of the poets who experienced life in the trenches wrote some really powerful, emotive stuff about the horrors of war. And others sought flights of fancy and sought to write about better things. F.W. Harvey was one of the latter. And I think it's almost time for pudding. So I'm going to do this poem, and then we'll have pudding, and we'll finish our second half of the entertainment after this. And he wrote a poem called Ducks. It's in 3 parts. I'm just going to read the last part to you. And it always brings a smile to my face, this one. When God had finished the stars and a whirl of coloured suns, he turned his mind from big things to fashion little ones. Beautiful tiny things, like daisies, he made, and then he made the comical ones, in case the minds of men should stiffen and become dull, humourless, and glum, and so forgetful of their maker be, as to take themselves quite seriously. Caterpillars and cats are lively and excellent puns. All God's jokes are good, even the practical ones. And as for the duck, I think God must have smiled a bit, seeing those bright eyes blink on the day he fashioned it. And he's probably laughing still at the sound that came out of its bill. And so we'll take a break on the entertainment, which will resume after we've had apple crumble.
It's called The Lion Albert, but it was sung as a song, but I'm going to say it's a poem. There's a famous seaside place called Blackpool that's noted for fresh air and fun, and Mr. and Mrs. Ramsbottom went there with young Albert, their son. A grand little lad were young Albert, all dressed in his best, quite a swell, with a stick with an horse's head handle, the finest that Woolworths could sell. They didn't think much to the ocean. The waves, they were piddling and small. There was no wrecks and nobody drowned. Fact, nothing to laugh at all. So seeking for further amusement, they paid and went into the zoo, where they had lions and tigers and camels, and old ale and sandwiches too. There were one great big lion called Wallace. His nose was all covered with scars. He lay in a somnolent posture, with the side of his face to the bars. Now Albert had heard about lions, how they were ferocious and wild. To see Wallace lying so peaceful, well, it didn't seem right to the child. So straight away the brave little fella, not showing a morsel of fear, took his stick with the horse's head handle and shoved it in Wallace's ear. You could see that the lion didn't like it, for giving a kind of a roll, he pulled Albert inside the cage with him and swallowed the little lad whole. Then Pa, who had seen the occurrence and didn't know what to do next, said, "Mother, yon lion's et Albert." And Mother said, "I am vexed." Then Mr. and Mrs. Ramsbottom, quite rightly, when all said and done, complained to the animal keeper that the lion had eaten their son. The keeper was quite nice about it. He said, "Oh, what a nasty mishap. Are you sure that it's your boy he's eaten?" Pa said, "Am I sure? There's his cap." The manager had to be sent for. He came and he said, "What's to do?" Pa said, "Young lion's at Albert, and him in his Sunday best too." Then Mother said, "Right's right, young fella, I think it's a shame and a sin for a lion to go and eat Albert, and after we've paid to come in." The manager wanted no trouble. He took out his purse right away, saying, "How much to settle the matter?" And Pa says, "What do you usually pay?" But Mother had turned a bit awkward when she thought where her Albert had gone. She said, "No, someone's got to be summoned," so that was decided upon. Then off they went to the police station in front of the magistrate chap. They told him what happened to Albert and proved it by showing his cap. The magistrate gave his opinion that no one was really to blame, and he said that he hoped the Ramsbottoms would have further sons to their name. At that, Mother got proper blazing. "And thank you, sir, kindly," said she. "What, waste all our lives raising children to feed ruddy lions? Not me." organisation and I'm involved with it. But I'm involved with an organisation called Infinite Women. I'm involved with an organisation called Infinite Women, and it's a little bit like WI, but with a difference. But we recently asked ChatGPT, which is AI, to write a poem about it, and we only gave it a few lines, and I was absolutely gobsmacked with what came back. And so this is what it came back with. Like grandma's washy days, clothes on the line, sharing stories, tough yet kind. We gather here with hearts so wide, infinite women side by side. From small beginnings to dreams untold, we lift each other fierce and bold. No dream too big, no step too small. Together we rise, together we call. A force for change, a voice for all. From Lancashire streets to lands afar, infinite women we stand tall. Knowing our worth, knowing who we are. So come join the circle, feel the power. Together we'll bloom, this is our hour. With hands and hearts we shape what's new. Infinite women, strong and true. Enough to empower you.
Anybody else want some more pudding? Delicious. So thank you. You've got another dish.
I hope not. Someone said tonic good. I do want to just try a couple of little tricks. So we shall see. We'll see how they go.
Water into wine. Are we just going to say
Not water into wine. I've just got a normal 10p here. Pam, would you just draw something on that? It could be a smiley face, could be initials, could be a sunshine, a cloud, a moon, a star, whatever you like, as long as you'll be able to recognise it. And then we'll see how we go. Doesn't matter, it just has to be something recognisable.
Yeah.
Can I have the 10p? There we go. So we've got a nice little moon. That'll do. Hello?
Yeah, what was it meant?
Moon. So, right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to see. Oh, pen. I've got something. Here we go. Right. So got that there. You hold on to that, and then. People are asking how I managed to eat so much and stay thin. Now you understand. Yeah, there was. So one of the things we're going to try and do is just to show a little bit about how things come together, because sometimes, sometimes people feel that they're a little bit insignificant, or some people are really confident, and some people are somewhere in the middle. And we sort of put it all together. And one of the things that I like about being here at Christchurch is that it doesn't really matter whether you've got somebody who has got lots of gifts, does a lot from the front, people say they're important. No, we just sort of, or whether somebody feels like, well, I just sort of sit there and join in, I don't really do an awful lot. But actually, when we're all together, it doesn't really matter. You can pull everybody up. You can get the ones who feel insignificant, and the ones who feel more sort of happy the way things are, and the ones who maybe feel a little bit like they do a lot and they're more important than others, or at least other people say that. But when you put it all together, we're all the same. It doesn't change who we are, because we're all still the same as we started. When we're together, we do that. And you can do little things like that. And here's a little one that I quite enjoy. I need a helper for this one.
Meeting.
You do know that's going to get you in trouble. Come on, Karen. So, there you go. I'm going to teach you how to tie a knot in a rope without letting go.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold it like that. You ready?
Yeah.
So you loop it round.
Yeah.
Okay, come to the front. See? And then sweep it through and then pull it out. So it should look a little bit like that. So it's wrist on your wrist. And then what you do is you just turn it through and you get a knot.
The knot's not there.
Right.
Yeah, the knot's not there.
Okay, ready? Okay, so we do
I've got
that.
to go slower.
Okay, so there we go. Maybe do that. Weave it in and out.
Yeah.
Together. Let's pull it, that's it, ready?
Yeah.
And then just drop it off. Maybe it's broke. Maybe your rope's broke. Try that one.
What's happening, Stephen? I can't do it.
So, around.
Hang on.
So over the top, yeah,
Right, over the top.
yeah. And then,
I'm doing the exact same as you.
yeah. Okay,
Right.
ready? And off you go.
Let's go. I've not got a knot.
No, it's not working, is
It's
it?
not working.
This genuinely is absolutely remarkable, okay? This is something, I'm going to ask somebody to do something that's never been done in the history of our world, okay? This is genuinely remarkable. So, just a simple pack of cards. Just give them a shuffle. You can check, that's all I want to do. This I find absolutely, genuinely remarkable. This is not a magic trick. This is utterly, utterly remarkable, okay? Because there are more ways of organising that pack of cards than there are atoms in our world.
Ridiculous.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. There is, I think it is, 8 with 67 zeros after it, ways of organising a pack of cards with 52 cards in it. If you introduce the jokers in, it gets even bigger. Because of that simple fact, what Mary has just done is utterly unique. Because it doesn't matter, the cards have been in existence in different forms for over 1,000 years. A couple of thousand years. They existed in Egypt, ancient Egypt. But because there are so many ways of organising it, that arrangement that Mary has just done has never been done before. That is utterly remarkable. Thank you, Mary. Just open that box, please. It should slide. It slides, I think. There's a little slide bit that comes out. There it is. There you go. Another box, okay. Open the box.
Just like that.
What's that?
Just like that.
Is it your turn, Coach? Thank you very much. A little bit of fun. I want to finish our evening now by inviting Mark to come and to sing and juggle, I believe.
Right. Well, I'm going to give a go to L'Argois Factotum, which is from The Barber of Seville, which I sang a long time ago. I'm taking my glasses off so I can't see the whites of your eyes. And I'll give it a go. As a big introduction to this, which I'm not going to bother with. Right, so it goes like this. I need a C.
Can I video you? Right.
You can do what you like. You can sing it for me, come on. L'Argois Factotum delicitario. La 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 la. Presso bottega Calaveggia, bravo. La 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 la. Ah, che bel vivere, che bel piacere, che bel piacere per un barbiere di qualità. di qualità. Ah, bravo Figaro, bravo, bravissimo, bravo. La 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 la. Fortunatissimo per verità, bravo. La 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 la. Fortunatissimo per verità. Fortunatissimo per verità. La 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 la. Pronto per tutto l'anno sul giorno, sempre intorno in giro sta. Pronto per tutto l'anno sul giorno, sempre intorno in giro sta. Bella risorsa, poi del mestiere, con la donnetta e poi il cavaliere, con la donnetta, col cavaliere, che bel piacere per un barbiere di qualità, di qualità. Tutti mi chiedono, tutti mi vogliono, donne e ragazze, vecchie fanciulle, con la parrucca, presto la barba, con la sanguigna, presto biglietto, tutti mi chiedono, tutti mi vogliono, tutti mi chiedono, tutti mi vogliono, con la parrucca, presto la barba, presto biglietto e Figaro! Figaro, 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 Figaro! Oimè, che furia, oimè, che folla, uno alla volta, per carità, per carità, per carità, uno alla volta, uno alla volta, uno alla volta, per carità. Oh, Figaro, son qua. Ehi, Figaro! Son qua, Figaro là, Figaro qua, Figaro là, Figaro su, Figaro giù, Figaro su, Figaro giù, pronto, prontissimo, sono come fulmini, sono ripartito, delle città, delle città, delle città, delle città, delle città, brum, 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 brum. Apro, Figaro, bravo, bravissimo, apro, Figaro, bravo, bravissimo, fortunatissimo, 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 per verità, la 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 la, antifortuna, 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 non mancherà. Sono il factotum della città, sono il factotum della città, della città, della città, della città.
Mark, your public demands another one.
Get your breath.
I'm in front of this one, it's the toilet or something. Very short and thin. So, I've sung this a lot, but I get mixed up with it sometimes.
We both know.
I need to see again. Votre tâche vous la rendre, Seigneur, Seigneur, car avec les soldats, oui, les toreros peuvent s'entendre, pour plaisir, ils ont les communs, le cirque et le feu de plaine, le cirque est plein du combat. Les spectateurs perdent la tête, les spectateurs contemplent et un fracas, apostrophe, brisée ta page, poussée jusque à la fourrure, car c'est garde. Allons, allons, oh, toreador, Officiose, à que se passe-t-il? Plus de Christiansson, le taureau bondissant, auditoril, il s'élance, encore les foules, à que se passe-t-il? Plus de Christiansson, le taureau s'élance en bondissant et frappe encore. That'll have to do for today.
And that is why we put Mark on last. Because I would have pitied whoever had to follow that. But thank you very much, Mark. Thank you to everybody who stood at the front, whether that's telling a poem, a joke, singing, all the different things that have taken place. It's been great. There's been a lot of variety, and I've genuinely loved everything that everyone has done. And I know that. So can we just have a big round of applause for everybody who stood at the front, whatever they've done. It's been a really good evening. And we must give an even bigger round of applause to the people who have worked incredibly hard in the kitchen. Because that has been the centre point of our evening, has been the food, which has been brilliant. I've had seconds of everything. I've been working really hard at that. I'm managing it. I've enjoyed it thoroughly. I came here to help set up tables at 9 o'clock, and I found our cooks already hard at work. So they have worked really, really hard for this. Can we give a special round of applause, though, to Elsie and Michael? It's their 55th wedding anniversary today. And that is how Elsie